challenge Tom Sandoval on the podcast. Plus, he reacts to Andy Cohen's, quote, Jackhole diss. Howie Mandel made an agreement not to challenge Tom Sandoval before he welcomed the Vanderpump Rules star to his podcast, Howie Mandel Does Stuff, last month. While appearing on the podcast of another reality star, The Bachelor alum, Nick, I can never pronounce his last name, Vial, whatever the hell it is. On Tuesday, the comedian revealed he spoke to a member of Sandoval's band, Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, before Sandoval gave him his first post-Sandoval interview, while also reacting to Andy Cohen deeming him a jackhole on Watch What Happens Live. Now, we're going to go through this, and I want you to think, do you believe him or not? Because I obviously don't. I was a jackhole. I'm a jackhole on Watch What Happens Live. Andy Cohen said I'm a jackhole, and I think that's positive, Howie said on the May 2nd episode. According to Howie, Bravo hates him, and the backlash he received from Pump Rules fans, many of whom have felt he took it far too easy on the cheating reality star, has been, quote, really intense. During an episode of Watch What Happens Live last month, Andy targeted Howie, saying he didn't do his homework before he interviewed Sandoval about his affair with Raquel Leviss, a close friend of both him and his now ex-girlfriend of 9 years, Ariana Madix. Howie, you have to be careful before you take a side, Andy warned. Bravo fans are very passionate. But as Howie explained, my homework was talking to him, and I wanted to hear this story. I wanted to hear why it's so big. Side note, Howie Mandel, again, I thought it was Howard Stern, but it's not. Apparently, you've been in the entertainment industry for a long time. So Howie Mandel, you should know that's not doing your homework. That's you when you come prepared for something. Like, I'm more prepared for my YouTube lives than you were prepared for this interview. Let's just call a thing, Howie. You didn't do your homework. You didn't know who you were talking about, why you were talking about it, and what the actual context clues was of the situation. And now you're not ready for that smoke. Be an adult and just come out and say, you know what? I didn't take this interview that seriously. I didn't do my homework. I didn't do my research. I thought it was a fluff piece. And whoa, did I find out I'm on the wrong side of history. Man up, Howie. Don't lie and be like, oh, I had this agreement to take it easy on him. And like talking to him was my homework. And Bravo's so mean to me and their fans are so mean to me. Shut up. No, we're not mean to you. We're just checking the hell out of you. That's not being mean. People check me all the time. And I'm just on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? It comes with the job. You work in entertainment, get a thicker skin and shame the devil, tell the truth. You thought it wasn't that big of a deal. You thought it was a fluff piece. You didn't take the interview that seriously. You didn't know what you were stepping into, and that's why you were unprepared. Just tell the truth. Let's keep going. Also during the interview, after admitting he's now a fan of Lala Kent, because now he's trying to get more fans on his side, who he described as funny and interesting after she shaded the effing random interview on her Instagram story, and saying he still doesn't know who Sheena Shea is, Howie revealed the details of this deal. He says, the problem between me and my daughter here is my daughter is a huge Vanderpump Rules fan who watches and knows everything. So the tough thing was, and I said to her, and we had the discussion, I go, you can't. If you hear something you don't agree with, you can't challenge. There are no challenges on this particular moment. We're not challenging. That's not what this is about, Howie explained. As seen in the clip shared by Bravo Snarkside on Instagram. Did you promise Tom that? Nick asked. Yeah, Howie confirmed. I promised. I didn't talk to Tom directly. Again, because you're lying, because you don't want Tom Sandoval to come out and say that wasn't true. You never promised me that. This is another thing. I think Howie is also trying to protect his daughter. I get it. He's like, and I told her don't challenge because she got a lot of backlash too. Because she was fangirly, she got a lot of backlash. The issue I really had between Howie and his daughter was I wish that Howie actually respected his daughter more. I watched the entire interview and I felt like he would argue with her. He would kind of shut her up. And that's actually what didn't sit well with me, was the way he treated his daughter on the show. Yeah, I think that she sort of fell flat as a co-host. Okay, you live, you learn. It's experience. We don't expect people to be perfect. But to me, the cringiest thing was like, he's like, no, like this is between me and my daughter and we're arguing over this and da 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 da. And it was just like the dumbest thing. Like even when she would try to step in and be like, well, wait a minute, he was just team Tom Sandoval. And not because I think he had this secret pact with someone who wasn't Tom Sandoval, which again doesn't make any sense. But I think just because he just kind of showed up and didn't really understand the assignment. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Howie confirmed. I promise. I didn't talk to Tom directly. That's how you know he's lying. But as people have found out, one of the people that works for me is married to his road manager and drummer for Tom Sandoval on the Mouse Extras. Of course you're saying that person because you know that person will lie for you. I'm not going to put him in an uncomfortable position, he continued. I said, come on, you want to speak? You want to talk? Come on and talk. And my point is, and the reason I wanted to do this, because, and I still don't understand, which is kind of a misinterpretation by the Bravo fans for me, what are they saying? That I condone this kind of behavior? Yeah, Howie's daughter and co-host Jacqueline Schultz replied. They thought that when you said that you didn't think it was a big deal, that they thought you meant that it wasn't a big deal that he cheated, rather than he doesn't understand the hoopla around it, why it's even getting to him who doesn't watch. Agreeing with Jacqueline, Howie went on to say that he doesn't understand ongoing coverage of Sandoval. Yet you were on a podcast to talk about Sandoval. Shut up, Howie. When I watch CNN or I watch the annoying, why is this cheating scandal making it breaking outside of the Bravo universe, he asked. Well, it's breaking out of the Bravo universe because you put it on your podcast too. You're not a part of Bravo, but yet you were happy to get the clicks and the views and, ride what we're all doing, as you should. But that's the thing. Don't eat off of someone and then complain that other people are eating off of it too. Anybody who's in this space, whether it's interviewing people, doing podcasts, doing YouTubes, reality TV, entertainment, we all should eat off of it. That's what content is. That's the point. You ate off of it, Howie. I don't think we would be talking about you right now if you weren't doing the podcast with Tom Sandoval. I don't think you would be on Nick's podcast, which I think does really, really well, if you weren't sitting there talking about that. So you're eating too, but you don't understand why everybody else is eating, but yet you're eating off of it. Boy, bye. That's the thing. Everybody should eat off of it. That's literally the job. That is literally the assignment. Get out of here. Anyway, he says, when I watch CNN or I watch the anything, why is it blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't understand being mad at me now. I don't understand why it's big as it is. Howie, that's another thing. We're not mad at you, Howie. We're not mad. Nobody's mad. It's not that deep or serious. We're just calling you to the carpet because you did a misstep. Like, that's really what it is. Nobody's mad at you, Howie Mandel. You're fine. I think you'll live on to host another America's Got Talent and your podcast. I think you'll be fine, Howie. And nobody's mad. It's not that we're mad at you. We're just calling you out because your interview was a flop. You should have done your homework. You should have respected your daughter and listened to her opinion and listened to her insight because, like you said, she's the only one who actually even watched the show. You just should have done a better job. You just should have came prepared. Point blank, period. You had one job, Howie, and you didn't do it. Ugh. All right, you guys, but put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and put it down. All right, so with that, let me see if I have any other stories I want to share or if we can take indicating questions and comments. Let's watch this clip one more time and then we can talk about it. Here we go.
On Vanderpump Rules.
There's something about her.
Lovely see you all look.
Oh my God. This is our Greek salad sandwich. Yeah, it's one of our favorites.
Wow.
I want to go somewhere really cool with Ariana.
Have you guys been okay?
I feel